How did the perimenopause make me feel? Well, in one word, crazy. I'm Rebecca, I'm 48 years old, and I'm a personal trainer and a nutrition advisor. So, what were my symptoms? I'll tell you about them. Forgetfulness, psychotic behavior, just emotional irrationalness, up and down, just feeling like an emotional roller coaster, brain fog, hot flushes, just crying all the time, just lots of crazy feelings, really. So, did I recognize these symptoms as being perimenopause? Absolutely not. I thought I needed to be committed to a mental home instead. So my background is West African, specifically Nigerian, and it wasn't something we ever spoke about. My mum never spoke about it. I don't know if it's taboo or if it's just a cultural thing where we just don't speak about certain things. And I think if we had spoken about it, then it would have prepared me a lot better. So I've had to learn that for myself, and I just think it's imperative that people talk about it. We need to get the word out there so people are more educated, especially in the different minority groups. So how did perimenopause affect my home life, work life, just study life? In different ways, really. I think when I didn't know about it, obviously, there was a lot of tension between my husband and I, but once we both understood what I was going through, we were able to work through it. With my education, because I was studying a nutrition level 4 and 5 course, but the brain fog and the memory loss, I just couldn't do it at all. So I had to put that on hold for 6 months just to obviously, get everything in balance again, and then I could take it back up. And with family and friends, I think I isolated myself quite a lot because I was going through the changes and didn't quite understand them myself. I just distanced myself from friends. I wouldn't meet up with people, I wouldn't take calls. I just completely isolated myself. So it was quite a tough time, but I worked through it. So did I feel comfortable talking to my husband about perimenopause? And once I knew what it was, I thought it was important to speak to him because obviously he was going through it with me. He was taking the brunt of it. So just him understanding and us understanding together really helps because he's very supportive. So that kind of helped him to understand where I was at, and he was able to, just go through that journey with me. Also with my sister, I was comfortable. We're really close. So I spoke to her about my journey, and just because she's 4 years younger, just so it made her more aware that these are things that are happening because my mother never spoke about it. I was like, sis, this is what happens when you get to this age. So just kind of educating her as well. And then we kind of researched together, and she was a great support system to me. My 2 best friends as well, we're the same age. So it was nice to just talk to them and see where they were at. And we could share like different stories and support each other. So how did I recognize that I was going through perimenopause? Well, just coincidentally, the social media must have read my mind because Davina McCall came up and was talking about menopause and the perimenopause. And I stopped to listen to it and realized all the symptoms that she was talking about were what the symptoms that I had. So to help find support during the perimenopause, I did visit the GP just to, get a better understanding. Obviously, due to my symptoms, they recommended that I go on antidepressants, which I refused completely, firmly, and just decided from there that I would just go down the natural route because I wasn't going to go on antidepressants without trying other things. So there's so many great reviews to HRT, and it's fantastic and it works for a lot of women, but I decided to go down the natural route and just eat better, do a lot of exercise, take my vitamins and focus on sleep, which is important. So how did I take control of these symptoms? Well, once I knew what I was going through, I did a lot of research, took time to understand my body better, and then made the necessary changes in my nutrition and my fitness. So I eat more leafy greens for gut health. I take vitamins, which is essential, B12, just to help with my mood, vitamin D3 and magnesium. I take those as well to help me sleep better. And most importantly, I do a lot of exercise. I'm definitely an advocate of exercise because it makes your mood better. It boosts your mood. You feel stronger. You feel more confident. You feel like you're in control of something. So I do a lot of strength training as well, just to support my bones. Because as you get older, obviously during the perimenopause, the estrogen balances are a lot lower. So just doing strength training helps strengthen my joints and my bones. So a lot of vitamins, a lot of exercise, a lot of green vegetables, and also I drink lots of water as well. Is it essential to stay active during the perimenopause? Absolutely. If not for the fitness and looking great and your confidence, mainly for your mental health, because you struggle a lot with that, you know, just anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and exercise really, really helps boost your mood. So I would encourage any woman just to do it just for the mood boost, just for your sanity. I would recommend exercise just for that reason alone, but also for your bone health, because obviously our bones deteriorate as we get older, as we're going through the perimenopause and the menopause. So just doing some strength training, which is what I would recommend the most, will just support your muscles and your bones and keep them strong as well, and keep your joints strong. Walking is fantastic because it's just great to de-stress. You know, you're out in nature and it just kind of calms you and just releases any anxiety that you have. So I definitely recommend exercise during the perimenopause. So for those of you who aren't very active or new to exercise, I would advise that you take it slow. You don't have to do cartwheels or handstands or go through hoops. Just go for a walk, go for a swim, go for a cycle. Take it gentle, but stay consistent. Consistency is key. And I always say that if you can do something, find something you love and do it consistently, you'll reap the benefits. And for those of you who are already active, I would recommend just kind of reviewing your program. It's about knowing your body when you're going through the perimenopause and knowing what works and what will benefit the new changes you're going through. So, you know, if you've been doing cardio for a long time, I would recommend just doing a bit more strength training, because that will really help just support your joints. It will help keep you tighter as well. Just a nice, strong, firm, sculpted body. So definitely look into strength training. So if there's any advice that I could give anyone going through the perimenopause, is to fight through it. Don't give up, don't quit, and don't let it define you. You will get through it. You just need to be strong, learn about your body, take the necessary steps, eat well, get lots of sleep, exercise, talk to people, get the help that you need, and find what works for you. So despite all the challenges I've been through, I have come out and I feel stronger, I feel empowered, I feel like a resilient woman because I've pushed through the tough times and I've come out the other side. I feel confident in myself. Now that I understand my body, I'm working with my body to make it better. I don't feel restricted. I feel like there's no limits and there's nothing that I can't achieve.